Successful draft to me. You took Tua Tagovailoa. I don't really care about the rest, to be honest with you.
Didn't give up any picks for him.
Didn't give up any picks. He took a. I tell you what, I watched, Leroy. Watched a bunch of maulers this weekend when it came down to the old draft. I was watching me some guys throw some people around, some pancake blocks. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna do that for Tua. They're gonna do it for their guy right now.
All right,
that's Solomon
Pipe
Kinley.
Down here.
Ooh.
Let me explain something to you.
That's Solomon. Hey, that guy's a load. Is he not? Is he not, Robbie? He brings the thunder.
So this guy plays guard. This guy's massive.
Massive.
Here, pipe down there.
What?
They ain't gonna be throwing folks around here. And
they're gonna be throwing folks around. What about
Really?
my guy? What do we got? You know my guy Robert Hunt? All right, from Louisiana Lafayette, Raging Cajuns.
A bunch of teams called the Dolphins for that pick.
Yeah, you want to know what he hunts? Pancake blocks.
Okay.
Versatile.
Okay.
Tackle, guard. Who knows?
Right.
How about this? How about I don't know where to go. I got Eric Flowers. All right, I got my guy Kinley. I got my guy Hunt.
Wait a minute.
I got my guy Jackson. I got so many big ugly. Jesse Davis. Let's not forget.
Ted Karras.
Ted Karras.
When Flowers got drafted, everybody was like, "Oh, that was a reach."
That was a tackle. He's not playing tackle.
Yeah, he's a guard now. It's different times. I don't know what to do, Leroy. What are we gonna do? Play with 8 linemen? We got so many linemen now. Let's not forget we got our boy Dietz from last year. Maybe he takes a leap.
Just run the wild Tua. Have 10 linemen and then just have Tua scramble.
Yeah, we're gonna run like a 1920s offense.
Boy.
So much beef, Leroy.
Oh wait, ready for this? Here
Yeah.
you go. This is your people right here.
Yeah.
We need to release Fitzpatrick. He will stunt Tua's growth if they plan on playing him. Tua needs all the reps from the first preseason game.
Why is that a problem?
I told you this was gonna happen.
What?
I told you. You know what? This is like everybody's cool and down with the get down, right? Just to get what they want. Then once they get it, all bets are off. I can't even recall saying that. That's what everybody's saying. Oh, remember? Hey, we could sit Tua for a year. Yeah, we can sit him for a year.
I understand.
He doesn't even have to play.
Here's
we can
the thing,
let him get healthy.
Here's the thing. You get mad at me. I'm not a doctor, okay? And so does resting Tua really help his hip? I mean, can you get higher than 100%? If he says he's 100%, how much higher can you go?
Let me explain something to you about athletes, right? Have you ever heard athletes say, I'm broke down? They always say 100%. Just like every boxer is the best in the business.
Best shape I've ever been in.
Best shape I've ever been in, right? Ben Askren, I'm great. My workouts were great. My training leading up to the fight. Boom! Oh!
Who's Leroy?
That's right.
Ironically, Ben Askren was also fighting with apparently a broken hip.
What?
He had to get a total hip replacement. That's why he just retired. He's been fighting with a broken hip this entire time.
Oh, well, it wasn't his hip that got him in trouble.
That definitely was not. It was his head. Put it in the wrong place. Anywho.
By the way, I was listening to the radio when I was in the car.
Okay.
And I think it was CBS. The national show was on.
Right.
Some guy couldn't say Tagovailoa.
Roger Goodell couldn't.
What did he say?
Our famous Rick Ross with his
right.
What did can you refresh the people's memory, Robbie? What did Rick Ross, our guy, what did he have to say as far as the Dolphins drafting Tua?
We can't be the same old Dolphins we was. We got us a coach. I love the coach. I love the team. I love with the direction, but we got to take Tua. If you don't disagree, come on. Tua Tagovailoa, QB Alabama.
Of course, he already has to think about putting it into a song.
He was closer to saying Tagliabue. Right. I'm like, wait, Paul Tagliabue. Like,
so what was the guy on the radio calling him?
I can't even. It wasn't even close. He was supposed to be a reporter commenting draft.
Right.
And it was so bad. Like, man, like just say Tua.
I'm still trying to sharpen up the cornerback who we picked at third, Igbenogany.
I think we got it.
I've been watching that a lot of him this weekend because I was like, I got to get this guy's name right because it's, I feel like he's going to be, people were raving about that. They were like, big value pick. Guy's got a lot of physical tools. His parents were both Olympians.
Again, a lot of people made a big deal about it, but I would imagine he might play safety.
Maybe. I think he said, though, that when he was at Auburn that all he did was play cornerback. So they're going to have to probably teach him all that stuff. But that's
or a slot guy.
But you think is that an easy transition if he's been locked outside basically his entire college career?
Usually when cornerbacks slow down, they move him to safety. So, I mean, Ronnie Lott started the league as a corner, right? People don't realize Deion Sanders at the end of his career played safety for the Ravens. Mm-hmm. They still have the ball skills, and they still, can anticipate throws and stuff like that to jump on the route. They just can't do it playing man-to-man. And so from that standpoint, it's normal. I'm not saying that he will. Plus, there are going to be times that you're going to need three corners.
He ran
to have another corner is no big deal.
He ran a 4.48 in 40 time.
Yeah, that's okay.
You want to you want to get a little emotional though? You want to it's been an emotional morning. Pat Riley crying. I got a dog, puppies.
The Austin Jackson
story. I mean, you want to talk about having to grab your junk? I was a broken man after that one, Leroy.
Let me tell you, that hurts too. Bone marrow.
Dude, yeah, they were talking about they had to drill into his. Talk about hips. Yeah. They had to drill into his hips on the reg.
I still have a hole.
Who'd you donate to?
No, I didn't donate anybody. They thought something. I went to here. I had surgery on my hand my rookie year in the NFL. When I came out of surgery, I couldn't breathe. Right. So, they thought something was wrong with me. So, the next year when Bill took over, I was just feeling weak and couldn't do anything. So they did a series of tests. I wasn't getting, my oxygen wasn't right or whatever. They did blood work. They go, ooh, we're going to have to, get bone marrow and test your bone marrow. Because the way I was feeling, they thought I might have had sickle cell. Mm-hmm. Dude, first of all, they wheel me in. They give me the light knockout juice. Just a little, you're aware, but you can't feel nothing. And they wheel me into the room. There's 6 people in there. So I'm like, yo, why have 6 people in there for a test? They say, oh, because we're going to need you to move a little bit and turn, and these people are going to hold you. I say, hold me? What are you talking about? The doctor comes in. He says, normally doctors say you're going to feel a little pinch. He says, I'm going to be honest with you, this is going to hurt like hell. And basically they take a screwdriver with a crank on the end, and they screw it into your hip.
Jeez.
And when you take a local, they can only do the skin, right?
Right.
But once you start cranking on that bone, dude, I've never been so much pain in my life. It was brutal.
Man, I'll tell you what, but yeah, that Austin Jackson thing, that gets dusty up in your room. I'll tell you that much. But I saw this on Dolphins Reddit last night. Somebody put an old tweet from a coach that the Dolphins that Tua used to have at Alabama.
Uh-huh.
And apparently, and I didn't know this, not only can he play the ukulele, all right, Tua, he's got the voice of an angel, Leroy. The Dolphins franchise quarterback has the voice of an angel. Check this out. like a Hawaiian Jonas brother.
Yes. I can see you walking down VIO.
Bro, I want this to be his touchdown celebrations. When he scores, I just want him to bust out the ukulele and start doing a concert to the people in the end zone. It's beautiful.
Hey. Or he's a tall, what's the artist?
Mars?
Huh? What's the Hawaiian? The big time star.
The big Hawaiian.
He's little. Bruno Mars. There it is.
Oh yeah, Bruno Mars is Hawaiian. That's right.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yep.
Oh man, let's get the headlines.
This is WAXYAM South Miami and WSFS-FM HD2 Miramar, a radio.com sports station.
I was taken aback. I was like, that is beautiful.
Well, I mean, what do we compare it to? You?
Whoa. I have a hit song. I don't know if you know this. But Just Take Tua is a viral hit, Leroy. Beloved by all Dolph fans everywhere.
Oh,
And it ended up coming true. So.
It did. People were calling it the anthem of the day. Brought them great joy that day, Leroy.
all right.
What do you got, Robbie? What are our headlines?
Well, we haven't talked this much about this, but 4 Canes did get drafted in the last day of the draft. Shaq Quarterman being the first one to go in the 4th round to the Jacksonville Jaguars, his hometown.
I like the pick. I like Shaq Quarterman as a player. There's definitely not as much partying going on in Jacksonville as there is in Miami. That's for sure.
Well, I remember at the draft party we had when C.J. Henderson got drafted by the Jaguars. Channing Crowder was like way too close to Gainesville. Well, Shaq Quarterman, he's literally going back home.
Well, the other thing too is like former Gators haven't really worked out that great for the Jaguars. Like their best players have always been Canes or they've been Seminoles. So maybe there's something to what Channing's saying. But look, Shaq was a good player with the Canes. He's probably went where he should have.
4th round.
I think when those guys came in as freshmen.
Oh yeah.
I think everybody was probably thinking, oh my God, these guys are going to be like all 3 of them were going to be taken in the 1st round. Michael Pigney is, he didn't even get drafted and isn't even signing with the team because he says he wants to, I guess, get healthy and do a new workout for teams. And McLeod came back, is back. He redshirted in the middle of the year, so. Not exactly where I think we all thought those guys were going to be, but if you have a 6 and 7 team, 4 guys taken and they didn't get taken until the 4th round, it's probably about right. That's where they all deserve to go.
Isn't that like something I said?
Well, you said they had 6 and 7 talent, which you're also you're saying they have just as much talent as FIU and Louisiana Tech and Duke. I'm just not buying it.
You really?
I think they have like 8 or 9 win talent, but they have terrible coaching.
They lose to Louisiana Tech and FIU, right?
Yes.
Shut out by Louisiana Tech.
Huh?
Shut out by Louisiana Tech.
Shut out. And so when you say, oh, that means they have talent as those 2 teams, what? Are you telling me that's not accurate?
Well, I got to give you another example, Leroy. 2015, the Canes had 5 players drafted in the top 77 picks. You know what the record was that year?
What?
6 and 7. So that year they obviously didn't have 6 and 7 talent that all these guys drafted. They had terrible coaching by Al Golden. This past year, granted, the talent wasn't as good as 2015, but they still should have been better than 6 and 7. They just had terrible coaching.
But look, first of all, I don't think the coaching was good last year, but I also don't think they were very talented.
Yeah, they didn't have 12 win talent. Everybody knows that.
You guys are so just like
what?
Ridiculous. You're telling me that team was better than 6 and 7?
I don't think Duke had anybody drafted.
Okay, you're telling me that this team was better than 6 and 7?
Yes, it should have been better than 6. Given the teams that they were playing, in the SEC.
I don't think they were much better than 6 and 7, but I do think that they probably should have been better than 6 and 7.
I don't think Georgia Tech had anybody drafted.
Oh my God. Jeff Thomas went to New England undrafted. Trajan Bandy went to Pittsburgh. Romeo Finley went to the Chargers. I think Trayvon Hill went to the Patriots as well. Jonathan Garvin got drafted in the 7th round. KJ Osborne went in the 5th round of the Vikings. And then the Panthers, FIU Panthers, James Morgan, unfortunately for him, he went to the Jets. which is a bad place if you want your quarterback career to flourish because you have a bum as a coach. I felt bad for James Morgan. I felt good for him because I'm glad he got drafted. But if you want to talk about developing a quarterback, the last place I'd want to go is to the Jets because the coach sucks.
All right.
You don't agree? Like if I was a young quarterback and there was one place I didn't want to go, it would be the New York Jets and being coached by Adam Gase because that guy sucks.
I hate to say they did have a good draft, the Jets, but I mean, nothing out of Gase did. I mean, he's still going to ruin
I would say this. When you get drafted, you're too young to understand the dysfunction of the franchise that drafted you. You're just happy you got drafted.
Uh-huh.
So he's not aware of how bad Adam Gase is yet.
Well, he'll learn. Trust me. This dude sucks. What are you talking about? Why does he keep mentioning Peyton Manning either? Well, listen, James. All right. Welcome to Jets camp. First day of class. First day of class is be as good as Peyton Manning. All right. Well, class dismissed. Speaking of Adam Gase, did you see the terrible news this weekend, Leroy?
No, what happened?
Jay Cutler's getting divorced.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Him and Kristen Cavallari announced on their Instagram pages that their marriage is coming to an end after 10 years. And
they
I
have
don't know.
No kids, right?
No, they have multiple kids.
Oh, really?
They don't show them on the show though. That's like a thing they decided on the old reality show. I think they have multiple kids.
So even she couldn't deal with the sourpuss.
Well, I don't know who couldn't deal with who. I don't know. I think Jay Cutler was probably like, really? Another year of the reality show? And he's probably like, enough of this. Marriage over. But it was not too long ago that they were all like, oh, look at the Cutlers. They're in the Bahamas here for COVID-19. They can't move.
Well,
they're stuck there for
tell you
days.
what happened. Like, it'll probably happen to a lot of other people, right? You love your wife. Y'all have your own little social distancing anyway.
Yep.
And then you get locked up together. They got stuck in the Bahamas, right?
Yep.
Are they still there?
I don't know.
Funny how they announced that when they got stuck in the Bahamas together, right? So I'm just saying, you learn about your relationship when you are forced to spend time with your significant other. Like, you go to work, everybody comes home. Hi, how you doing? You come home, you guys watch some TV together, go to sleep, do it all over again, take trips with the family or whatever. Okay? But when you don't have that and you're around all the time, right? Then you find out some stuff.
Somebody says that Tua Tagovailoa's voice is so good, sounds like he's going to be fighting Baby Goat for ass models. Agreed.
No,
just don't.
He ain't gonna, wait.
Take it easy on that hip, ass model.
Tua ain't gonna be fighting for ass models.
Are you crazy? What are you talking about?
Hold on. Let me finish. Mama and Daddy will not approve because they all move in here.
Come on. What are you talking about? You're telling me that first of all, here's the move because I saw this move on because I watched that Tyler Hero My First Million Spent. I tell you what the move is. You buy Mama a nice car because I think he bought his mom it was like a 6-figure car and he bought his daddy a souped up truck. You buy them that, they don't care what IG models you're going after.
If Tobin's wife would have named the dog Tua, he would have taken the dog out this morning.
Yeah,
Come
maybe.
on, Tua.
Tua. No, man. What are you talking about? I mean, he's going to be the most eligible superstar in Miami. Tua Tagovailoa coming down to Miami, the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins.
Is there any person, not even Dan Marino, is there any person that came into Miami via draft?
This big a star?
Yeah.
I don't think so, man. No, I don't think so.
D Wade, nobody.
No.
Yeah, all right, we got D Wade. No. All right, we got Marino in the 20s. Okay.
Well, there's something about D Wade. D Wade is the reason a lot of people love basketball. Like there is talk about football town, basketball town. There is a generational love of football here that Dwayne Wade is the reason for people going to be loving basketball like that.
Oh yeah, but it didn't start off like that. Like,
yeah.
Okay, for example, like Tua's coming to Miami like Zion went to New Orleans.
Right, exactly.
Right? Nobody.
Yes.
Was the last athlete?
No, they haven't had that for Miami.
Right.
They haven't had that for even.
Right.
Yeah,
They had guys who ended up being mega stars.
even Bam and Hero, people ripped those picks. People were like, "This is stupid. Why are we bringing another big man? We have Hassan Whiteside."
But that's what I'm saying.
Tyler Hero, terrible wingspan, bruh.
This is the first guy where, like, I literally had to say to 1,000 people,
Yep.
hold on, man. Don't, like, think he's going to come in here and just be Hall of Fame Tua. Like, you got don't get your hopes up so high that you don't give him the opportunity to grow.
No,
don't just have him come in and expect him to be the best quarterback he's ever going to be in his life, in his career.
But that's a great comparison by you saying he's our Zion Williamson. Like, he is coming in here with all the hype behind him, but he also
not just from us, but from everybody.
Yeah, and it's also, I think the one difference I would say is, like, New Orleans, I don't think has. They've had a bunch of different teams and franchises, so, like, I don't know what the basketball love is in that town. I know that's a football town.
Well, they were almost going to move basketball, so.
Yeah, imagine, like, this is a town that's been starving not only for good football, but has been starving for a football star for a long time, and now they got it. With Dwayne, Dwayne made people fall in love with him, and he made people fall in love with basketball. It's not to say that Alonzo Mourning and Tim Hardaway didn't do great things, but they didn't do the winning Dwayne Wade did. Like,
on a national scale, nobody has come into Miami the way Tua has.
I agree.
Yeah, and so from that standpoint, like, the hype or the excitement is coming from people who aren't even Dolphins fans. It's coming, from everywhere. And I would say, look, he still has to develop into the quarterback he's gonna be.
You want to hear a real bastard?
Who?
67974 on the text line. Tua coming to Miami is a lot like Zion going to New Orleans, injured and missing most of the season. You can go straight to hell, sir. I mean, do me a favor.
Is that a Leroy text?
Yeah. Did you text that? Is that your burner? Is that your burner?
I'm the one that thought of the analogy. Why would I say that?